Study the Ethernet cable connections. Basically, crosswire and straight through cable using crimping tool or cutting tool, and establish a LAN connection on two computers. So for that, we try to figure out some detailing about Ethernet cable. So Ethernet cable basically used in switch to PCs, then switch to router. These devices we have discussed in our last class. So from switch to router, basically Ethernet cabling is used, and switch to PCs also. So these Ethernet cables are twisted pair cables. You know that twisted pair cable. Okay, these are used everyday life. Twisted pair cables. So twisted pair cables are basically two types. Is it visible to all of you? The picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one kind of twisted pair is UTP. Okay, that is unshielded twisted pair, and another type of twisted pair is shielded twisted pair, STP. Okay, you can see some shielding material is there in the pair of the cable. So this is shielded pair. So this is more expensive as it contains some material which is expensive, so it is more expensive than UTP. And STP provides more noise and EMI resistance, okay, than UTP cables. Okay, more prone to noise. That's because it has some capsulation. That's why it is more prone to noise resistance. Okay, now in terms of speed and bandwidth, there are several categories. Like category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5E, 6, 6A, 7. These are the category, and this is the maximum speed, and this is the bandwidth for category 1. For category 1, maximum speed supported is 1 Mbps, and the bandwidth supported is 1 MHz. For category 2, 4 Mbps speed supported, and the bandwidth is 10 MHz. Category 3, 10 Mbps speed is supported, and bandwidth is 16 MHz. So like this, category 4, 5. So up to this, it is not used today. Up to from 1 to 5, not used. From 5E to 6, then 6A are used. Okay. And 7 also not used commercially. So this 6E is 5E, means extended version, and the speed is 1000 Mbps, and the bandwidth is 100 MHz. Cat 6 cable. Today we are working with Cat 6 cable. It is 10 Gbps speed and 250 MHz bandwidth, and 6A also 10 Gbps, and the bandwidth is more. It's double from 6A, 500 MHz. So that is the category. in terms of speed and bandwidth. So now to connect this wire in the computer and between two computers, we required one connector, that is RJ45 connector. Okay, and that is R is registered and J for jack. Okay, registered jack 45 connector, RJ connector. So I can show you the so is it properly visible, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is RJ45 registered jack connector. In this connector you can connect this wire. This is a Cat6 wire. I don't know whether it is visible or not. It is written over here. Cat6. Category 6. And also the company name, Starlight Category 6 cable. Okay, so it should be written in the pattern. By this we can verify the cable category, is because we should use Cat6 nowadays for speed. So first of all, to connect our RJ45, we have to cut our wire so that twisted pairs can be easily accessed. So this is a tool, cutting tool, which is given with this crimping tool. This is crimping tool. So in this crimping tool there are also cutting device. Okay, blades are here, so you can also use this blade, else you can use these cutting tools. So I prefer this one. See, this is a unshielded twisted pair cable. Only a divider is given here, plastic not divider, so that some interference can be reduced. So before connection you should cut this plastic thing first. Okay. So now you can see there are 4 pairs of wires with different colors. So to know the color code, we again go to our manual. Okay, another thing. So you should place your connector like this, and this is starting pin is 1, 2, like this. Okay. So when I'm going to connect different devices using Cat6 cable, we should take this picture out. Here you can see that these switches and hubs, okay, L1 and L2 devices. L1 means layer 1 device, L2 means layer 2 device. So switches and hubs, these are the similar devices used as a similar device for connection purpose only. Okay. So the switch and hubs, okay, and the PCs and routers, they are L3 devices and they are used as a similar device, okay, in terms of wire connections only. So when we going to connect one PC with another PC, we should use crossover connection. When we use similar devices, when we connect similar devices like PC to PC or router to router, in that case we should use crossover connection. Okay. And when we going to connect different device in terms of this figure only, that's because different device like PC with switch, they are different. Okay. So in terms of different device, we should take straight through connection. Okay. Crossover and straight through. Similar device, crossover, different device, straight through. So now, what is crossover and what is straight through connection? Again, go to manual. See, in straight through connection, there are 2 selections. One is T568A, another one is T568B, straight through. That means for different connections, different devices. Now for T568A, color code will be white green, white orange, blue, white blue, orange, white brown, for one node, one end of the wire. This is wire. Okay. This is the wire. This is for one node, this color coding applicable, and for another node this color coding will be applicable. A similar color coding, okay, for straight through. That's why it is called straight through. Straight, okay. White, green, green, white, orange, blue, white, blue, orange, white, brown, brown. This is T568A straight through cable connection for different devices. Understand? Or you can use T568B also. Okay, only color code is changed. White, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. And the second node, similar color code is used here. Okay. Now, what is crossover? Crossover is the combination of T568A and T568B, and this is used for similar devices. Like we are going to connect two PCs together using Cat6 cable, okay, with RJ45 connector. In that case, we are using crossover connection, and crossover connection is the combination of two color code, that is T568A and T568B. That means both the end of node of this wire color codes are different. Okay, that is the crossover cable. So color code, let's check. White, green, green, white, orange, blue, white, blue, orange, white, brown, brown. And here different color code, as I said, white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. Okay, students, understand this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we just take the wire in similar position and place it in RJ45 and crimp it using the crimping tool. That's our job. So it is better if you have this device in your hand, but unfortunately it is not. Okay, I will show you. Okay. So in one side, first of all, white, green, green, white, green, green. So white, green, green are together here. So first of all, I just place accordingly white, green, green, and then orange, white, orange. You can buy one wire from market. It is costing around 20 rupees per meter, I think, and they check out the color coding. So then we place white, orange, we make it for our connection. We are going to connect two computers, two PCs in a LAN, local area network. So for that reason we make it white, orange, then blue, then after blue, white, blue, orange, after orange, then brown. Before placing it at RJ45, you have to set all the wires straight. Else, if any wires has less contact with the RJ connector or no contact, then it is not possible to communicate. So almost done, and you should place the connector like this way. So this is the pin 1, this one is pin 1, so I place it like this. So before place it, you just cut the wire straight. I place it slowly, very slowly. The connector. I think every wires are placed in right position. From the top view you can see. Okay, now we crimp it using this crimping tool. This is the RJ45 section. After correctly place it in the RJ45 section, you just press it. After pressing, you can add a sound. If anything break, then you can see, you can add a sound, click sound, else it might not. So I think it is correctly placed. So that's it. It is done. So winding of the wire is completed. Okay. What happened? There are some clips. Okay. When we place this RJ45 in the crimping tools and pressing it, these clips go inside and connect with the wiring. Okay, that's why it is connected. Understand? There's the thing. So like this we can connect another RJ45 connector. I already connected. Okay, with a different color coding. I already connected. Okay, now we try to connect our wire Cat6 cable in the PC and establish a local area network. Now the next step is to install your network driver. If you don't have any network driver, so how can you check that you don't have any network driver? So for that you can go to my computer and go to property, device manager, then in network adapter you can see there you have two network adapters, Realtek and one TP-Link wireless network adapter. So that means your network adapter is installed. If it is not installed, you can see there is a exclamatory symbol like this, that there is no such device installed. Okay, so you have to install the network device first. Okay, so after installing network device, go to network and sharing center. then go to change adapter setting, then go to local area connection, go to the property, then go to internet protocol version 4 IPv4. We are using IPv4 in India, so go to IPv4, double click on it. This window will come out. Internet protocol version 4 properties. Okay, then it is already selected by default obtained IP address automatically, but here you can set a IP address. Okay, I'm giving an IP address like 172.16.29.2. So it is a class B address. We'll discuss the class B address in our next experiment. So in class B address, by default subnet mask is 125.125.0.0. So it is automatically comes out when I just select it. Subnet mask is automatically comes out. Then required default gateway. Default gateway, as I already discussed in our last class. Default gateway means this IP address IP should be go through via a gateway. Should be connected to the outer network using this default gateway. That's why this IP is required. So default gateway will be, but for a local area connection, as this is not a wide area network, for local area connection it is not required. Okay, so we left it blank. Then DNS server address, and DNS domain name server address also not required, as because you are not searching any internet, you are just establishing a local area network. That's why this domain name server address also not required. Okay, so only these two addresses are required for local area connection, and click OK. Okay. So this is for one PC, and go to another PC, and again go to the network sharing center, then go to change adapter setting. Similar thing will be done. Go to property, then internet protocol version 4, then use IP address. Here IP address should be 16.29. Last one is 2. I am giving here 1. Okay, you can write it down. The previous IP was 172.16.29.2, and this IP is 172.16.29.1. This is a class B address, and default subnet mask is similar. Default gateway not required, DNS not required. Then press OK. Students, that much clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then press OK. I just cancelled it. Okay. Now you go to start, then write CMD, command prompt, and there is a command called ping, P-I-N-G, ping. Okay, so if you are using 172.16.29.2, if you are pinging from PC2, then you should write here the IP address of PC1, that is 172.16.29.1. Understand what I am saying? If you are pinging from PC2 having the IP address of 172.16.29.2, okay, and trying to ping PC1, then you should write 172.16.29.1 and press enter. See, there is a replay from that PC 172.16.29.1. The replay from this time is less than 1 millisecond. Packet sent 4, received 4, lost 0. That means your connection is okay. If your connection is not accurate or means having some problem, then this type of message will show that destination host unreachable. Okay, so this is the process by which you can easily establish a local area network between two computers using a crossover cable using crimping tools. So this is our fast connection. Okay, one thing I missed out, that when you connect properly, when two PC establish a physical connection before giving IP address, means logical connection, when it is physically connected, then there will be a yellow light. Okay, when there is a logical connection, there will be a green light, like this. When you ping in it, there will be a green light. I think this part you understand, students. Shall I move to the next experiment? Any question? regarding this experiment? Then please ask. हाँ बोलो. Yes. Means you want to say that shall we cut the twisted pair cables or not? No. For that we not required to fill it up. As I said, na. Picture. There is a clip inside. Is it visible to you? This picture. There is a clip inside this RJ45. Okay. When you place your wire properly and crimp it using crimping tool, when you press it, these clips are inserted into the wires. So by this way connection possible. Now shall I move into the next experiment?